Hello, my heart centered friends. I am back for another video, and I wanted to share with you. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's raining right now, and it's been really hot here, as it probably is in a lot of places. Um, and one of my favorite places to be is out on my porch swing. I have a covered porch in the front, and it's almost the most favorite part of the house. And I like to go out there and sit and watch the storm move in. And that's what I did today with my dog Blaze. Blaze, Blaze, come here, girl. Let me see if I can show you Blaze. Come here, girl. Yeah, here's Blaze. Hey, girl, look at the camera. Yeah, that's Blaze. She's a pug. You're a pug, right, Blaze? And she's my cohort. And we sit, I hear the thunder, I hope you can hear it. And we sit out there, and the wind starts to pick up, and the breeze feels so good. And I got a little bit of footage of the thunder, but you couldn't see the lightning. It was too far off in the distance. I got some video of a hummingbird I'll put here. Uh, and so we're enjoying the storm right now, right, girl? Okay. Is there anyone else out there that likes to sit outside and watch the storm come in? And sometimes, if it's not lightning, I'll sit out there while it's raining. Unless it's raining sideways, then that doesn't work. I get too wet. And last weekend, I did walk out in the rain. Um, it wasn't real heavy when I walked out there, but it was coming down, and I was wet, but I just did it because I want to do the things that are really an experience, things that as an adult I have, you know, stopped thinking about doing. When we're children, it will be fun to run out in the rain and jump in the puddles and that kind of thing. But the reason I am coming on today is because I want to share some more about how I was placed in darkness as a child for a reason. And now, 5 decades later, I am allowing that darkness to teach me how to help others who are placed in their own traumatic upbringings. And I have gotten myself out of survival mode and more into a place where no longer people pleasing feels natural to me. And it is for this reason, I feel, that I have been summoned to change the trajectory of your life. So I am here making this video to share the darkest parts of my life and how I spent the last 10 years healing them. Many people hear the phrase abandonment wound and immediately think of a parent or a child whose parent physically left them. While that would certainly create an abandonment wound in that child, that's only one form of an abandonment wound. Some of the deepest abandonment wounds happen while the people closest to you never actually went anywhere physically. Since my healing began, I was told that my mom, my abuser, actually had a lower vibrational entity attachment. And that resonated with me. That made sense to me now, because when I think back to how it wasn't only the way she projected her own unhealed childhood fears onto me, but I would see and feel a shift in her energy into pure disgust and hatred toward me. It had to be an entity attachment. I was ostracized emotionally from my family. My mom's, the way she expressed her words and actions while that was happening would be so abrasive and harsh, and I internalized all of it. The look of hatred in her eyes when she looked at me, I grew up accepting that all this was normal and what should be expected from people who cared about me. I had nothing else to compare my life as a child to. That was my only experience. That was my own little bubble. A parent can be present at every birthday. They can put food on the table, drive you to school, and still emotionally abandon you. Emotional abandonment happened when, as a child, your inner world is consistently unseen, unheard, and unsupported. It's when your feelings are dismissed and you're made to feel like your needs are inconvenient. And sadly, your tears are ignored. And the real you isn't welcome. The message you as a child feels is, when I show who I really am, I am alone and not loved. And you've been through a lot. Let me say that. And I'll say it again. You have been through a lot. Don't let people water down your painful experience, no matter who they are. Other people cannot see it and they cannot understand it, but it's very real in your experience, and it's something that you need to look at and move through. For a child, emotional connection is survival. I never felt a sense of belonging. And when that connection and belonging are missing, the nervous system experiences it as a form of abandonment. Even if that parent is sitting right beside you, no understanding, no comfort, no hugs of reassurance, no emotional protection, only ridicule and rejection is what I experienced. As a child, I learned that my emotions did not matter, that I didn't matter. So I began abandoning myself before anyone else could. Basically, that's what I spent the last 5 decades doing. And if you are still here listening to this, there's a good chance you have been conditioned the same way to abandon yourself, and it's probably on autopilot. Let me know. I would love to know if you recognize the same pattern in yourself. All of us here are heart centered people, and we will understand. As adults, this shows up in our daily interactions. And our communication is people pleasing, perfectionism, difficulty receiving love, fear of rejection, over explaining, chronic self reliance, on and on. This traumatic wound is about never feeling emotionally held. Healing begins when you recognize that your experience is valid. You don't need a dramatic story of physical abandonment for your pain to be real. Emotional neglect leaves invisible scars, but invisible doesn't mean insignificant. So I am feeling an energy healing transmission, and it's been a little while. I think I've only done one in a few months, but I'm feeling it for today's video and today's content. So get into your comfortable position and take a few rounds of deep breathing in through the nose, a long breath out through the mouth or the nose. It's your choice. Nice and slow, in and out. And really settle into your body. Slowing down the breath helps you to slow down your mind. Relax your shoulders. And know that you are worthy of healing. You are worthy of feeling accepted. Just because you exist. Inviting Archangel Raphael to assist with this healing transmission. And I'm allowing his emerald green healing light to flow down from his hands through my crown, down my head and neck, out through my voice and my throat, and out through my heart center. And I call in the perfect Trinity, the energies of Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, and Mother Mary. With the rumbling of the thunder in the background, the energy reaches out to you to jumpstart your healing process. This beautiful part of healing is where you can begin offering yourself what was always missing: your own presence, the importance of your own presence. You are loving. You are lovable. And you are very loved. God's love says you already belong. Just because you exist. Every time you listen to your feelings, your own feelings, instead of dismissing them, you are choosing to love yourself. Every time you honor your own needs instead of sacrificing, you are choosing self-love. And every time you respond to yourself with compassion instead of criticism, you are beginning to end the cycle of self-abandonment. As a recovering people pleaser, your new goal is to become someone who no longer abandons yourself. Here, your healing begins. As you choose to become overwhelmingly kind to yourself, compassionate and supporting to yourself, caring, assuring, and nurturing to yourself. My heart center friends, from myself, my higher self, all my guides, we see you, we honor you, we love you, and we trust you. We know you are doing the best that you can. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.